Okay, I just wanted to make a quick video for those of you that weren't able to join me today, just to show you what you missed, so that you can join us next week and not be behind. So our entire course is going to be taught using Teams. All the resources you need are under the Assignments tab. So this is the Remote Learning 9DT 82B tab. There's the Assignments tab. Don't be intimidated by this. It looks like there's a lot, but even though it says assignments, they're not really assignments, they're just units of work. So the first one we're going to do is click on, you're going to do 0, Gamefroot Introduction. That's what I worked through with the class today. So when you go to it, it'll look like this. If you click on this link, it will take you to the PDF that you're going to follow through. I'll, for this little video, follow through the PDF and do a video at the same time, if that makes sense. So if you click on that, it'll open up the PDF and it'll look just like this. Okay, so these are all the instructions you'll need. Okay, so the first instruction it says is go to this page, which is what we're going to do now. So we're going to go over to make.gamefroot.com and go to the page. Once you go to the page for the first time, you're going to have to log in with your password and username, which you're going to create. So click on the login up here on the top right hand corner, and you can either create a new account down here, or you can just log in with your Google account. Yeah, so if I click on create, just go through, give yourself a name, use your school email address. Any email address is alright. This is your account, a password that you can remember, and then once you finish that, it should take you back to a page that looks much like this. You're going to want to click on new blank game. Okay, this is what Gamefroot looks like. It looks, some of the things are slightly different than in the PDF, but you should be able to work your way through that. So the first thing we're going to do is, if I look at my PDF, we've done this section. The next thing is we're going to grab the free graphics that come with it. So we want to grab the Na Takaro free assets. So down here we can go explore marketplace, and it's right towards the bottom here. You'll find it just there. Okay, so these assets come with it for free. So all you want to do is go click on get it for free, and once it's finished, you'll notice it's added a new section here, and we're now free to use all of the assets that you see here within our game. Okay, so then I'm just going to go to the next section, which is to create 3 new layers. So we want it to eventually look like this. Okay, so up here, this is the layers panel. Click on the plus. We're going to create a new tile map. You'll understand that in a second. And 2 additional layers, so just new layer. So I'll just create those now, and we can name those by double clicking on it and select, type in player, double click on it, and call this one objects. Oops, that didn't seem to work, so I'll do that again. Objects. Cool. Alright, so that's this section done. Okay, so in our game, these over here, this is the selection tool, enables us to select something. This is the paint tool. We'll be using that in a sec to paint our tiles. Text tool, eraser tool, and move tool. If at any stage you want to move around your map, you can hold down the space button and just click and drag with the mouse button. There's also a mini map here, which will make more sense once we've added some content. The next thing that they want us to do is add a background to trace. So I'm going to click on the background layer, scroll down to the bottom, click the tracer map, drag that in, try and make sure so it all fits within the white page. So don't have it off the page like that, try and get it all on the page, and just click and release. See, it's not being placed on the map. I can now, if I wanted to, click on the move, click on the selection tool, sorry, and I could just move it around to put it in the right place. The next thing I want to do is click on the tile map, and you see it's got these squares, and roughly choose a tile from this section here towards the bottom called tiles, and paint your map. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as it is in the what you're painting over, what you're tracing. just similar. Okay. Okay, so once you've finished, it looks something like this. And as I said earlier, if you want to pan around, you can use the space button, or you could just click down here to go to different sections. Okay, scrolling over, the next thing we want to do is we want to add our player. So on the left hand side here, there's a bunch of players. Choose whichever one you want, doesn't really matter. Drag it onto the map. Oh, sorry, I've got to make sure I put it on the right layer. Put it on the player layer, drag it in, click, and that's almost it for this. So we go File, Save Game. Please give it a useful name so that you know what you can come back to it. So I'm just going to call my one Session 1. Click on Save. Once it's saved, click on the Share button. You'll understand this in a sec. Copy that link. Alright, so the last thing you need to do once you're finished is you want to go back into Teams and click on this quiz at the bottom. Okay, so there are, for each quiz, there's 3 questions. It's the same format for every single assignment or unit of work. So just choose whichever answer you think is the right answer. And then this is where you can paste in that link. That'll give me access to your work later on so I can check it. And finally, I want you to upload usually you'd upload 2 screenshots. For now you can just upload 1 screenshot of your game, and then you should usually write a little piece about the code that you've written, but we haven't written any code at this stage, so for that one we'll just put a full stop. So I want to upload an image. So to do that, there's multiple ways you can get a screenshot. The easiest way and most common way on most machines is just use the snipping tool. There are more modern ways to do this, but I'm not sure what version of Windows you're running, so we'll just use the snipping tool. Okay, then you can click on New. You can draw a box around what you want to capture, and then push Control S to save it. Give it a name. I'll just call mine add script for now, whatever you want. Cool. And then you can go back to your Teams and click on Upload File, find that piece of work and click Open. It'll upload there now, and then you can just click Submit, and that will submit the assignment. Basically do that for every quiz. So this is a self-paced piece of work, self-paced course. So what that means is that you're free to work through as many of these assignments as you want. My recommendation or guideline for you is to try and get through 4 hours a week, so that would be 2 hours in class on Wednesday morning and 2 hours of your own. But as Mr. Oliver always says, just do what you can when you can, if you can. So if life gets in the way, don't beat yourself up. If you move faster than other students, that's okay, but if you start falling behind, that's okay as well. Don't stress. Just do what you can, if you can, when you can. Cool. Thank you.